train, River City Station, next stop.
You're crazy with the heat. Credit's no good for a notion, salesman.
Board, all aboard.
Credit? Why not? What's the matter with credit?
It's old-fashioned. Charlie, you're an anvil salesman. Your firm give credit?
No, sir.
Nor anybody else.
River City Station, next stop.
Cash for the merchandise. Cash for the button hooks.
Cash for the cotton goods. Cash for the hard goods.
Cash for the fancy goods. Cash for the soft goods.
Cash for the noggins and the piggins and the firkins.
Cash for the hogshead, cask and demijohn. Cash for the crackers and the pickles and the fly paper.
Look, what do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
Where'd you get it?
What do you talk?
You can talk, you can talk. You can bicker, you can talk. You can talk, you can talk. You can talk, talk, talk. Talk, 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 talk. Bicker, bicker, bicker. Talk all you wanna, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't. No, it ain't. But you gotta know the territory.
Waits the Model T Ford, made the trouble, made the people want to go, want to get up and go. 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 22, 23 miles to the county seat.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Who's going to patronize a little bitty 2x4 kind of store anymore?
What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you get it?
At the Model T, you'd all take a gander at the store, at the margarine store, at the present-day store, the present-day margarine departmentalized grocery store.
What do you talk? 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 What do you get it? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you get it?
You can talk, you can bicker. You can talk, you can bicker. You can talk, bicker, bicker, bicker. Talk all you want, but it's different than it was.
No, it ain't, but you gotta know the territory.
Why, it's the you need the biscuit made the trouble. You need to put the cracker in the package, The you need a biscuit in an airtight sanitary package made the Cracker Barrel obsolete.
Obsolete.
Cracker Barrel went out the window with the mail pouch cut plug drawn by the stove. Changed the approach of a traveling salesman. Made it pretty hard.
No, it didn't, but you gotta know the territory.
Gone with the hogshead, cask and demijohn. Gone with the sugar barrel, picker barrel, milk pan. Gone with the tub, the pail, and the tears.
Ever meet a fella by the name of Hill?
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 No!
Just a minute.
Never heard of any salesman, Hill.
Now, he doesn't know the territory.
Doesn't know the territory?
What's the fellow's line?
Never worries about his line.
Never worries about his
Or
life.
the Cracker Barrel being obsolete, or the you need a biscuit in an airtight sanitary package, or the Model T Ford.
Just a minute.
Never worries about his line.
Never worries about his line.
Or a doggone thing. He's just a bang beat, bell ringing, big haul, great go, neck or nothing, rip roaring every time a bullseye salesman. That's Professor Harold Hill. Harold Hill.
Tell us what's his line? What's his line?
He's a fake, and he doesn't know the territory.
Look, what do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk? What do you talk?
He's a music man.
He's a what?
He's a music man, and he sells clarinets to the kids in the town with the big trombones and the rat-a-tat drums, big brass bass, and the piccolo uniforms too, with a shiny gold braid on the coat and a big red stripe running down the...
Well, I don't know much about bands, but I do know you can't make a living selling big trombones. No, sir. Mandolin picks, perhaps. Here and there a Jew's heart.
No, the fella sells bands. Boys' bands. I don't know how he does it, but he lives like a king, and he gathers, and he gathers, and he plucks, and he shines, and when the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When the man dances, certainly, boys, what else? The piper pays him. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But he doesn't know the territory.
River City, we cross state line into Iowa. River City population 2,212. Cigarettes illegal in this state. Board, all aboard.
All right, if you're all through, I'll tell you about Harold Hill.
You really know Harold Hill?
Never saw him in my life, I know this much. He's given every one of us a black eye. After he's done working the town over, the next salesman to arrive gets automatically tarred and feathered and rode out to the city limits on a reel. You think that's funny? Wait till it happens to you. Your hair never grows back.
But why should he get it rode out of town on a rail?
Because in order to sell band instruments and uniforms and instruction books, he has to guarantee to teach the kids to play.
What's wrong with that?
And to form them kids into a band with himself as the leader.
So?
Yeah. What's wrong with that?
Because he doesn't know one note from another. That's what's wrong with that. And he doesn't know a bass drum from a pipe organ. I'll catch up to that swilling two-bit thimble rigger, and when I do, I'll square on him so loud.
Wow, you're really mad, Charlie. Sure, I'd like to be around when you catch up with that fella.
Well, I won't be on this trip. Not in Iowa. Not even the great Professor Harold Hill, who tried to sell these neckbone Hawkeyes out here.
Aboard! All aboard!
Gentlemen, you intrigue me. I think I'll have to give Iowa a try.
Don't believe I caught your name.
Don't believe I dropped it.
About the Iowa way to treat you when we treat you, which we may not do at all. There's an Iowa kind, a special chip on the shoulder, attitude we've never been without that we recall. We can be cold as a falling thermometer in December if you ask about our weather in July. And we're so by God stubborn, we can stand touching noses for a week at a time and never say eye to eye. But what the heck, you're welcome. Join us at the picnic. You can have your fill of all the food you bring yourself. You really ought to give Iowa a try, provided you are contrary.
Good morning, Meershin. Good morning, Meershin.
It is if you want to go around in your drawers all day.
And there I was in Madison Hospital. Nobody come to see me. Cousin Will never came. Aunt Bertha never came. Your Aunt Bertha's dead. She wouldn't have come anyway.
We can be cold as a falling thermometer in December if you ask about our weather in July. And we're so by God stubborn, we can stand touching noses for a week at a time and never say eye to eye. But we'll give you our shirts and our back to go with it. If your growth should happen to
So what the heck? You're welcome. Glad to have you with us, even though we may not ever mention it again.
you really ought to give Iowa, Hawkeye, Iowa, Dubuque, Des Moines, Davenport, Marshalltown, Mason City, Keokuk, Ames, Clear Lake. Ought to give Iowa a try.
Excuse me, you're Mr. Squires. Yes, I would like a rig for Sunday if you could accommodate me.
Then I expect you ought to see the man in charge of hiring rigs, who's late as usual.
Gregory Marcellus!
Gregory, you old son of a...
Yeah, but Greg, what are you doing?
Professor Hill's the name, Harold Hill.
But why didn't you tell me you was coming?
I didn't know I was myself. Besides, how could I know that you'd end up in a little tank town like this? You used to be a pretty big slicker when you were in business with me.
Too many close shaves the way you work. Besides, I got me a nice, comfortable girl now. Ethel Toffenmeyer. She's the boss's niece.
Gone legitimate, huh? I knew you'd come to no good.
So, what's the new pitch? Oh, no, you're not back in the band business again. The last I heard you were into, steam automobiles.
I was.
What happened?
Somebody actually invented one.
No.
Now, give me the lowdown here, Mars.
Well, you won't get too far in the band business with these stubborn irons, Greg. Besides, they got a stuck-up music teacher here who'll expose you faster than you can get your grip unpacked.
Male or female?
The music teacher? She's a librarian. Female.
Just what I wanted to hear. If she walks by, point her out to me.
I will, so, how are you gonna start the pitch?
Same old way. First step is to keep the music teacher off balance. And then my next step will be to get River City out of the big trouble that it's in.
Oh wait, River City's not in trouble.
Well, then I'll have to create some. I have to create a desperate need for a boys' band. You remember? So, what's new around here? What can I use?
Nothing. What I mean, the billiard parlor just put in a pool table.
They never had pool before?
No, just billiards.
That'll do. I'll see you later, Mars. And don't forget, music teacher.
Right, music teacher.
Excuse me, you're Mr. Dunlop? Yep. Friend, either you are closing your eyes to a situation you do not wish to acknowledge, or you are unaware of the caliber of disaster indicated by the presence of a pool table in your community. Well, you got trouble, my friend. Right here, I said trouble, right here in River City. Why, sure, I'm a billiard player, so I'm mighty and proud to say it. Always mighty and proud to say it. I consider that the hours I spend with the cue in my hand are golden. I'll cultivate horse sense with a cool head and a keen eye. You particularly try to give an ironclad lead to yourself from a three-rail billiard shot. But just as I say, it takes judgment to break the majority score in a ball fight game. I say that any booth can take and shove a ball in any pot. And I call that slaw. The first big step on the road to the depths of the dead. I say first, medicinal wine from a teaspoon, then beer from a bottle. And the next thing you know, your son is playing for money in a piggyback suit. And listen to something out of town jazz, hear and tell about horse racing. Not a wholesome trot racing, no, but a race where they sit down right on the horse. Like you see some stuck-up jockey boy sitting on Dan's patch, make your blood boil, I should say. Now, friends, let me tell you what I mean. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets in the table, pockets that mark the difference between a gentleman and a bum with a capital B that rhymes with a P that stands for pool. And all week long, you're River City, you be fritter away, I see your young men will be fritter. Fritter away during noontime, summertime, short time too. Get the ball in the pocket, never mind getting daylight pool on the street, your patch from the leaf state tower. Never mind pumping in your water to your parents' club with a sister and a Saturday night in that shovel. Oh, we got lots and lots of trouble. I'm thinking about the kids in the knickerbocker shirt, tail young ones picking in the pool hall when you got school. You got trouble. Folks right here in River City, trouble with a capital T that rhymes with a P that stands for pool. Now I know all you folks with the right kind of hands. I'm gonna be perfectly frank. Which way to go, what kind of conversation goes on while they're loafing around that hall? They're trying out people, trying out Cubans, trying out tailor-mades like cigarette fiends, and brag and all about having a cover of telltale breath and sense and one fine night. They leave the pool hall, heading for the dance in the yard where liberty men and scarlet women and ragtime. Shameless music, they'll grab your son, your daughter, with the arms of the jungle, animal instinct, hysteria. Friends, the devil brain is the devil's playground. Trouble. Right here in River City. With the capital T that rhymes with P that stands for pool. We sure got trouble. Right here in River City. Gotta figure out a way to get the young ones moral after school. Mothers of River City, heed the warning before it's too late. Watch for the telltale signs of corruption. The minute your son leaves the house, does he leave buckles in their pockets below the knee? Is there an 18 stain on his next finger? A dime novel hidden in the cornbread? Is he starting to memorize jokes out of Captain Billy's whiz bag? Are certain words creeping into his conversation? Words like swell and soldier old man. Well, so my friends, you got trouble. Right here in the city. Capital T that rhymes with P that stands for pool. We sure got trouble. Right here in the city. Remember the name, Plymouth Rock and the Golden Rule. Oh, we got trouble. We're terrible trouble. That game was 15 to the balls of the devil's team. Oh, yes, trouble. I meet you?
No.
I'll only be in town a short while.
Good.
That's fine, dear. Now your exercises.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't remember the library was open last 4th of July.
It was, Mama, all evening. Mama, there's a man with a suitcase that's been following me all over town.
Oh,
I don't know. I never saw him before.
who? Did he say anything?
He tried.
Did you say anything?
Now, Mama, of course not. Now, don't dawdle, Amaryllis. Sol, do, la, re, ti, mi, a little slower, and please keep the fingers curved and nice as high as you possibly can. Don't get faster, dear.
Well, if you don't find my saying so, it wouldn't have hurt you to find out what the gentleman wanted.
Oh, I know what the gentleman wanted.
What, dear?
You'll find it in Balzac.
Well, excuse me for living, I never read it.
Neither does anyone else in this town.
There you go again with that same old comment about the low mentality of university people and taking it on too much to
Now,
heart.
Mama, as long as the Madison Public Library was entrusted to me for the purpose of improving River City's cultural level, I can't help my concern that the ladies of River City keep ignoring all my counsel and advice.
But darling, when a woman has a husband and you've got none, why should she take advice from you? Even if you can't put Balzac and Shakespeare and all the other high drinks.
Mama, if you don't mind me saying so, you have a bad habit of changing every subject.
I haven't changed the subject. I was talking about strangers. So okay to me, you're running out of chance.
Mama, do you think that I'm love, common master? Now, really, Mama, I have my standards where men are concerned, and I have no intention.
I know all about your standards, and if you don't mind my saying so, it's not a matter of life. You can hope to measure up to your pleasant about budget and say, I don't know what you can count for yourself, and your Irish imagination are stuff, and your library full of books.
Well, isn't that the best I've ever heard?
Thank you. Can I have a drink, please?
May I have a drink, please?
May I have a drink, please?
Yes, Amaryllis.
Winthrop, is that any way to walk into a house?
Hello.
That won't do at all. Have a kiss from me, boy. Now roll over there to assist you, young man.
Hello, Winthrop.
Winthrop, where are you honest?
I'm having a party on Saturday. Will you please come? I would especially like it very much if you come. Winthrop?
Where, Winthrop? I'm going to ask you to a party. Are you not underage?
No.
No what?
No, thank you.
Winthrop, you know the little girl's name.
He won't say Amaryllis because of the S, because of his list. He's ashamed.
We all know about his list, Amaryllis. Well, Winthrop.
I'll bet he won't say it. You'll think Amaryllis. Amaryllis! Amaryllis! He's crying. Why does he get so mad at people? Just because he lists?
It's not only because he lives, dear. That's just part of it.
Well, what's the other part?
Never mind, dear. It's just that he doesn't talk very much.
Not even to you and your mother?
No, dear. We all have to be a little patient.
I'm patient, even though he doesn't ever talk to me. But I do him every night. I say goodnight to him on the evening star. You have to do it the very second you see it, too, or it doesn't count. Good night, my Winthrop. Good night. Sleep tight.
Oh, there, dear. Oh, my goodness, don't cry. You have plenty of time. If not Winthrop, there'll be someone else.
Never. I'll end up with an old maid like you. I'm sorry, Miss Marion. Can I play my crosshand, please?
May I play my crosshand, please?
May I play my crosshand, please?
You may.
See, without a sweetheart, you have no one to say goodnight to on the evening star.
I know, Amaryllis. For the time being, you can just say goodnight, my someone. You can always put in the name when the right someone comes along.
All right, it's better than nothing.
It is. Now you can play your cross-hand piece.
Now I may play my crossing piece.
Good night, my someone. Good night, my love. Sleep tight, my someone. Sleep tight, my love. Our star is shining, is bright as night. For good night, my love. Good night. Sweet dreams, sweet or simple dreams there be. Sweet dreams to carry close to me. I wish they might, and I wish they might. Now good night, my sweetheart, good night. True love can be whispered from heart to heart. When lovers are parted, they say. But I must depend on hope and a star as long as my heart doesn't know who you are. Sweet dreams, sweet or simple dreams very. Sweet dreams to carry close to me. I wish they may, and I wish they might. Now good night, my someone. Good night. Good night.
Thy banners make the air and ye tremble, when borne by the red, white, and blue. When borne by the red, white, and blue. When borne by the red, white, and blue. Thy banners make the air and ye tremble, when borne by the red, white, and blue.
I'm sure we're all grateful to my wife, Eulalie McKechnie Shin, for leading the singing. And to J.C. Squires for his fine stereo Ooptikin slides, which opened today's ceremony. And to Ethel Toffelmeyer, our fine piano player. Piano. As mayor of River City, I welcome you, River City Zians, to the 4th of July exercises set up here for the indoors here at Madison Gymnasium. Account the weather. 4 score. The members of the school board will now present a patriotic tableau. The members of the school board will not present a patriotic tableau. Some disagreement about costumes, I suppose. Instead, the Watanyi girls of the local wigwam of Hiawatha will present a spectacle, My Wife, in which my wife, Eulalie McKechnie Shin, will take a leading part.
I will now count to 20 in the Indian tongue. Een, teen, t'other, feather, fip. Oh, I'm shot! George! Shot me!
Who set off that cracker?
I know who did it. Tommy Gillis did it. Tommy Gillis did it.
Tommy Gillis? I wouldn't leave if I was you.
Mrs. Shin will recover. No thanks to a certain young ruffian who is a disgrace to our city. 7 years ago, the Payne's fireworks spectacle, Last Days of Pompeii, will take place at 9:30, provided the rain stops. It'll be out to Madison Picnic Park in the Far Meadow, across the creek from the pest house.
What's he talking about rain? The Sentinel calls for fair.
Sure did, Ewart. That's why we prepared for a storm.
The Sentinel is accurate most of the time, and you know it, JC.
You wouldn't last very long in the banking business being accurate most of the time.
Really?
Now, just a minute. Let's have order here. Order! Order!
Well, I guess the train is late again tonight.
I make her early.
She's right on time. What's the matter with your watch?
She's always late.
Will you members of the school board stop bickering in public?
All in the world that I said was...
Never mind. 4 score!
We heard there was a pool table in town.
Now, just a minute here. Will you allow me to get on with the exercises?
Let's protect our children. Resist sin and corruption. Smack the devil and keep our young boys pure. Please, folks, may I have your attention, please? Attention, please. I can deal with this trouble, friends, with a wave of my hand, this very hand. Please observe me, if you will. I'm Professor Harold Hill, and I'm here to organize a River City Boys Band. Oh, think, my friends, how could any pool table ever hope to compete with a gold trombone? Remember, my friends, what a handful of trouble players did to the famous fabled walls of Jericho. Oh, billiard parlor walls come a-tumbling down. Oh, a band will do it, my friends. Oh, yes, I said a boys' band. Do you hear me? I say River City's got to have a boys' band, and I mean she needs it today. Well, Professor Harold Hill's on hand. River City's gonna have a boys' band, and as sure as the Lord made little green apples, that band's gonna be in uniform. Johnny, Willie, Teddy, Fred, and you'll see the glitter of crashing cymbals. You'll hear the thunder of rolling drums, the shimmer of trumpets, tan-ta-da! And you'll feel something akin to the electric thrill I once enjoyed. When Gilmore, Liberati, Pat Conway, the great creator, W.C. Handy, and John Philip Sousa all came to town on the very same historic day. 76 trombones led the big parade with 110 cornets close at hand. They were followed by rows and rows of the finest virtuosos, the cream of every famous band. 76 trombones caught the morning sun with 110 cornets right behind. There were more than 1,000 reeds springing up like weeds. There were horns of every shape and kind. There were copper-bottom timpani and war spittoons, thundering, thundering all along the way. Double bell euphoniums and big bassoons, each bassoon having its big fat say. There were 50 mounted cannon in the battery, thundering, thundering louder than before. Clarinets of every size and trumpeters who'd improvise a full octave higher than the score.
This calls for emergency action. That man is a spellbinder. I haven't seen Iowa people get so excited since the night Frank Gotch and Strangler Lewis lay on the mat for 3.5 hours without moving a muscle. God, that was exciting. Never mind. Then I want his credentials. Hey, grab that hoodlum. He almost blew up Mrs. Shin.
Thank you, Professor. Gotta make an example of him. Ringleader, you know. What he does, the gang does.
Geely Clyde, let me go!
You wild kid ya, hanging around my oldest girl. His father's one of them day laborers south of town. You wild kid ya, tagging down Main Street after my oldest girl last Sunday.
We wasn't either tagging.
Don't you counterdict me.
We was just walking together, Geely Clyde.
You watch your phraseology. I know what you was doing, my little Gracie Senior. Now you stay away from my oldest girl, or you'll hear from me till who laid the rails. Hill, I'll talk to you Monday morning about this band thing over to City Hall, 10 o'clock sharp. Then, I want that spellbinder's credentials.
Oh, Constable, I'll be responsible for the boy.
You don't know this kid. He's tough and he's got his gang waiting outside.
Oh, I'll be careful. Tommy, I'd like to talk to you about the band.
Aw, gee, Professor, that's little kid stuff.
Oh, I'm not talking about being in the band. You're mechanically minded, aren't you? You ever do anything with Perpetual motion?
Nearly had it a couple times.
You did? You're my man. Do you realize that nobody has yet invented a music holder for the marching piccolo player? There's nowhere to hang the music.
Geely, Cloud. I wonder where I could get some wire from.
Why don't you check your cellar? That's where folks keep wire.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and Tommy.
Yes, sir.
Constable, I'll show you how to break up a gang. Oh, young lady. Oh, miss. What's your name?
Sunita, I didn't know you was beckoning to me, guys.
Do you know Tommy Gillis?
Well,
Tommy, this is Anita. Escort the young lady home.
Only except that I'm not going home. I have to go to the library. Guys.
Well, then escort the young lady home by way of the library, by way of the candy kitchen.
Yes, sir. Do I have to?
You have to.
Yes, sir.
You guys.
Professor, you're a pretty smart young fella. You made a couple mistakes, though.
Oh?
The billiard parlor happens to be owned by the mayor and also the pool table.
Oh, well, what was my other mistake?
That's Anita. She's the mayor's oldest girl.
Excuse me, Professor, but we need to see your credentials. We're the school board. Your academic certificates.
Nothing of the kind.
We need documents, papers.
Make him put up a bond.
Wait. What am I hearing?
Say ice cream.
Ice cream, young man, but I don't sing it.
All right, then just speak it. Down here.
Ice cream.
Talk slow.
Ice cream.
You see, singing is just sustained talking. Now you.
Ice cream.
Now you, sir, right here. Ice cream. And you, sir? Ice cream. Ladies, from now on, you will never see one of those men without the other three.
Oh, Mr. Hill, you're wrong. Why, they've hated each other for 15 years.
Ice cream. Ice cream. Ice cream. How can there be any sin sincere? Where is the good in goodbye? Goodbye. Your apprehensions confuse me, dear. Puzzle and mystify, tell me what can be fair in farewell, dear, while one single star shines above. How can there be any sin insincere? Aren't we sincerely in love? Oh, we're in love. I don't suppose you live alone or anything. I have some lovely caramels back at the hotel if you'd like.
Mr. Hill.
Professor Hill.
Professor, of what? At what college do they give a degree for annoying women on the street like a Saturday night rowdy at a public dance hall?
Oh, I wouldn't know anything about that. I'm a conservatory man myself. Gary, Indiana Conservatory of Music. Gold medal class of 05.
Even should that happen to be true, does that give you any right to follow me around wherever I go? Oh, and another thing, Mr. Hill. I'm not as easily hoodwinked or mesmerized as other people in this town. And I think it only fair to warn you that I have a shelf full of reference books in there, which may very well give me some decent information about you.
Hey, Greg. Hey, Marsh, don't call me Greg.
How'd it go with the music teacher?
Scrumptious. 8 out of my hand the minute I tipped my hat.
Ah, she did. Oh, that's great. You know, even for a minute tonight, I thought you knew something about conducting a band. Like when you used to imitate that band concert fellow down in Joplin.
Oh, yeah. Ah, it's kid stuff. I'm in rare form these days. Just keep your eye on me for the next 4 weeks.
4 weeks? But it only used to take 10 days for the instruments to arrive.
It still does, but it takes 4 weeks for the uniforms.
Oh, no, Greg. You haven't added uniforms.
Uniforms and instruction books.
Uniforms and instruction? You can't pass yourself off as a band leader in any 4 weeks.
Mars.
And besides, you don't know one note from another.
I've come up with a brand new system called the Think System, where you don't bother with the notes.
But Greg, in 4 weeks, people are going to want to hear music. You're going to have to lead a band.
By the time the uniforms arrive, they'll forget all that. At least long enough for me to collect and leave. This is a refined operation, son. I've got it timed right down to the last wave of the brakeman's hand on the last train out of town. Now, Mr. Washburn, if you'll excuse me.
Oh, gonna line yourself up a little canoodling?
Well.
Hey, maybe I can set you up with Ethel's sister. She's a real swell gal. She teaches Sunday school.
No wide-eyed, eager, wholesome, innocent Sunday school teacher for me. That kind of gal spins webs. No spider ever. Now listen, boy. A girl who trades on all that purity merely wants to trade my independence for her security. The only affirmative she will file refers to marching down the aisle. No golden, glorious, gleaming, pristine goddess. No, sir, for no Diana do I play fawn. I can tell you that right now. I snarl, I hiss. How can ignorance be compared to bliss? I smile, I grin. When a gal with a touch of sin walks in, I hope and I pray for Hester to win just one more A. The sadder but wiser girl for me. Bright-eyed, blushing, breathless baby doll baby. No, sir, that kind of child ties knots no sailor ever knew. I prefer to take a chance on a more adult romance. No dewy young miss who keeps resisting. All the time she keeps insisting. No wide-eyed, wholesome, innocent female. No, sir, for she's the fisherman, I'm the fish you see. I flinch, I shy, when a lass with a delicate air walks by. I spark, I fizz, for the lady who knows what time it is. I cheer, and I rave, for the virtue I'm too late to save. The sadder but wiser girl's the girl for me. The sadder but wiser girl for me.
Professor Hill! Oh, we're a gog! Oh, we're simply a gog! On the QB!
Everyone is so excited about the band.
I'm Ethel Toffelmeyer, the pianola girl.
And I'm Mrs. Dunlop. And this is Mrs. Squires. And Mrs. Hicks. And of course you've met our mayor's wife, Eulalie McKechnie Shin. Isn't this exciting? Eulalie?
Oh, I couldn't say. No, I could not say. I could not say at this time. My husband will wish to investigate, I'm sure, and so, naturally, I'm reticent. Oh, yes, I'm reticent.
Of course, Mrs. Shin, but, you know, part of my plans doesn't require the Ladies' Committee on the Classic Dance, and Wait! Do that again, Mrs. Shin! The way you raised your foot just now.
Oh, I have a bunion there that bothers me.
Oh, what grace! Oh, what rhythm and style of movement!
Oh, Mr. Hill.
You must accept the chairmanship for the Ladies' Auxiliary for the Classic Dance. Mustn't she, ladies?
Oh, you must.
Every move you make, Mrs. Shin, bespeaks Del Sart. Will you say yes, Mrs. Shin?
Oh, Eulalie McKechnie Shin. Well, that is, dancing well.
Then you accept?
Yes, indeed. And I would like to say
Thank you. Now then. The young lady who plays the piano, Marion Peru, I believe. After all, she is the librarian.
Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, teep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, teep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheep, 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 talk a lot, pick a little more, pick a little, talk a little, pick a
made brazen overtures to a man who never had a friend in this town till she came here, old Miser Madison.
Miser Madison? Madison Picnic Park, Madison Gymnasium, Madison Hospital, that Miser Madison?
Exactly. Who did he think he was, anyway?
Well, I should say, the show-off. Gave the town the library too, didn't he?
Well, that's just it. He gave the library building to the city.
But he left all the books to her.
She was seen going and coming from his place.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. She made brazen overtures with a guilt-edge guarantee. She had a golden glint in her eye and silver voice with a counterfeit ring. Just melt her down and you reveal a lump of lead as cold as steel here, where a woman's heart should be.
He left River City, the library building, but he left all the books to her.
Chaucer! Rabelais!
Of course! I just need to know the hotel. You just follow me. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. Good night, ladies. We're going to leave you now. It's all right. I know everything and it doesn't make the littlest bit of difference.
What are you talking about?
You were probably very young. Anyone can make a mistake.
What?
No apologies, no explanations, please. I'll only be in town a short while, and, the sadder but wiser girl for me.
Will you please just make your selection and leave?
I have.
Well, what do you want to take out?
The librarian.
Quiet, please.
Sorry. The librarian. You're not listening. Marion. Marbles. 6 Steelies, 8 Aggies, a dozen Pee-wees, and a great big glacier with an American flag in the middle. I think I'll drop them.
No!
Madam Librarian. What can I do, my dear, to catch your ear? I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marian, heaven help us if the library caught on fire and the volunteer hose brigademen had to whisper the news to Marian. Madam Librarian. What can I say, my dear, to make it clear? I need you badly, badly, Madam Librarian. Marian, if I stumbled and I busted my whatchamacallit, I could lie on the floor unnoticed till my body had turned to carrion. Madam Librarian. Now in the moonlight, a man could sing it. In the moonlight, and a fellow would know that his darling had heard every word I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marion, it's a long lost cause I could never win, for the civilized world accepts as unforgivable sin any talking out loud with an librarian such as Marion. Madam Librarian. In here to tell you, dear, I love you madly, madly, Madam Librarian. Marion, it's a long lost cause I could never win, for the civilized world accepts as unforgivable sin any talking out loud with any librarian such as Marion. The ladies' dance committee was Susan X at high school. Marshmallow, Madam Librarian. Well, Tommy, not such a bad morning. 11 sales out of 12 tries. Listen, it's almost noon. Why don't you go home and have some dinner? I'll try a few houses by myself.
Goodbye, Professor.
Thanks, Tommy.
Just a minute here. Are you soliciting? You haven't got a license.
Why, Mr. Mayor, no. I collect doorbells, and there's particular specimens in this neighborhood that are very...
Flattery will not avail you. Soliciting is statutory in this county. Malfeasance without a permit. Why haven't you been down to City Hall with your references?
I must have missed you. Wait a minute! Mr. Mayor, your hand! Oh, no.
What?
That spread of the little finger, it's hereditary.
It is? What does that mean?
It means that your son's little finger is perfectly situated to operate the spit valve on a B-flat flugelhorn.
Is that good?
Good. It means, sir, that America has at last produced an artist who can flugel the minute waltz in 50 seconds.
How can I get one of them horns?
Sign right here, Mr. Mayor, and that'll be $17 import fee.
Just think, I could have missed this whole thing and my son could... I haven't got any son! Why, you unscrupulous flew-by-night, you unscrupulous fly-by-night, ooh, you'll be down to City Hall with your by-God papers by 3 o'clock.
You mean this afternoon?
I couldn't make myself any plainer if I was a Quaker on his day off.
Mrs. Peru, do you realize that you have the facial characteristics of a cornet virtuoso?
I don't think I understand you entirely, Professor.
Well, if your son has that same firm chin, those splendid cheekbones, by George, not that he could ever be really great, you understand.
And in the name of St. Bridget, why not?
Well, you see, all the really great cornet players were Irish. O'Clark, O'Mendez, O'Klein.
But Professor, we are Irish.
No, that clinches it. Sign right here, Mrs. Peru. Your boy was born to play the cornet. Fine, and it'll be $7 earnest money. Not a penny more due until delivery at the opening of band practice. Yeah, thank you. And of course, I'll need the boy's measurements for his uniform.
His uniform?
Hello there, son. Yes, certainly his uniform, and not a penny due until delivery, which gives him 4 weeks to enjoy, to anticipate, to imagine at no cost whatsoever. Never allow the demands of tomorrow interfere with the joy and pleasures of today.
Would it have
The stripe? Sure, my boy, a wide stripe down each side. What do you think of that?
You'll have to excuse Winthrop, Professor. We can't get him to say 3 words a day, not even to us. But if you could get him to play in that band, you'd have St. Michael's way with you. But if anybody could do it, I bet you can. If I had to pick you out in the crowd, I'd say you were a clod carrying, clay pipe smoking, margarine pinching, shamrock wearing, terra singing Irishman. Be jobbing, be jeebers. Where you from, me boy?
Gary, Indiana.
Oh, Gary, Indiana. Where did you say?
Gary, Indiana. In fact, Gary Conservatory was my alma mater.
Oh, was she now?
Yes, indeed. Gold medal class of '05. How to do, Miss Peru?
How to do, Harold?
Of course, Peru. I knew the name sounded familiar. I've tried to see you since the other night, but...
Marion, the professor wants Winthrop to play in the band.
We're not interested, Mama.
But Marion, the boy may have his father's musical gift. He does have my jaw, don't you know?
Oh, is your husband musical? Well, maybe I can talk to him.
Is this what you usually do? Burst into people's homes, prying into personal affairs? We're not interested.
But Marion!
Well, now that's 1 for and 1 against. Why don't we let the boy's father decide?
The boy's father is dead. Anything else?
Oh, I'm sorry. But that's all the more reason your brother should have something
My brother
like
is
this.
a 10-year-old problem child who can't understand why his father was taken away from him. Can you explain it to him? He's been brooding about it for 2 years now. As for your musical tricks, why don't you go into business with some nice carnival man who sells gold-painted watches and glass diamond rings?
Musical tricks? Now, Miss Marion, I hardly... I'm beginning to think she likes the idea. A little cautious, perhaps, but I admire that in a woman. Just keep me alive, and I'll be back later in the week.
Oh, Professor, about the boy's measurements, I make all of his clothes. Sleeve 21, waist 18, crotch 14.
Fine, fine, that's all I need. I really must be getting back to my hotel now.
And Professor, you'll have to forgive Marion. She's really not well.
Oh, no, please. I'm sure deep down, she's just as lovely as yourself. Good day to you, Widow Peru.
La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. La-di-da.
Has he gone?
He has. And I hope not for good. Oh, Marion, don't you ever think of your future? Gary, Indiana, conservation class of '5. Now, Marion.
Now, Mama, surely a girl's future doesnn't depend on every fast-talking, self-centered, woman-chasing traveling man that comes to town. And the fact that he claims his commodity is music does not, in this particular case, impress me.
All right, darling, all right. But it's a well-known fact that if you keep the flint in one drawer and the steel in another, you never make much of a spark.
Mama! Winthrop, I know you're there! Winthrop, run down to the library and ask Miss Grubb to take out a book I set aside. It's the Indiana State Educational Journal from 1890 through 1910. It's a large black book with gold trim. Do I have to? You won't have to say a word to anybody. I've written it all down. Thank you, dear.
Now, what do you want with a book at this hour of the night?
I feel that the Indiana Journal might help me poke some large holes at the professor's claims.
Well, I give up. At your age, what kind of white knight do you expect to come riding along?
Well, I'm not waiting for Luther Griner, who backs me into the ancient history shelf every time he comes into the library.
He does.
Or Ed Gamage and that buggy of his with the removable back seat. But I'm not waiting for a man in white shining armor either. My white knight, not a Lancelot, nor an angel with wings, just someone to love me, who is not ashamed of a few nice things. My white knight, what my heart would say if it only knew how these dear Venus show me now. All I want is a plain man. All I want is a modest man, a quiet man, a gentle man, a straightforward and honest man to sit with me in a cottage somewhere in the state of Iowa, and I would like him to be more interested in me than he is in himself, and more interested in us than in me. And if occasionally he'd ponder what makes Shakespeare and Beethoven great, him I could love till I die. Him I could love till I die. My white knight, not a Lancelot, nor an angel with wings, just someone to love me, who is not ashamed of a few nice things. My white knight, let me walk with him while the others ride by. Walk and love him till I die.
Sunita! Hey, Sunita!
Tommy, Papa and Mama are right over there in the bank. Ye gods!
All right, then meet me after supper.
I can't. It's Upworth League night. Meet you where?
The footbridge.
See? Isn't that just what I said? Last time the lumberyard and now the footbridge. And where will you meet me next? The black hole of Calcutta? Ye gods!
I just wanted to show you my invention.
What invention?
It's a music holder for a marching piccolo player. It still has a couple of minor flaws. See? When you try to hold it tight enough and try to keep the music steady, you start to lose circulation in your fingers. And then, you could go blind.
Tommy, it's Papa!
Is that the very first thing I said or not?
Yes, George.
Yes, the very first thing I said, or I'll eat hay with a horse. Get that spellbinder's credentials, I said. Morning of July 4th, 1912. And now look. My wife is off dancing at any and all hours instead of in the home.
What about George?
The school board is singing up street and down an alley instead of tending to city matters. My oldest girl is bootling around with some wild kid, and my business has fallen off so far I can't find the balance sheet.
Oh, Mershin, I think I found something very interesting in this book about Professor Hill's alma mater.
His who?
His university.
I know all about that. In fact, that's the only thing I can ever get out of him. Gary Conservatory, class of '05.
If you'll just take a moment to read about the university, I'm sure you won't have to look much further. It's on page...
Papa! Papa! The Wells Fargo wagon is just coming up from the depot!
A likely story. At this hour of the day? Nonsense. The Wells Fargo wagon?
It could be the band instruments!
The band instruments?
Please let it be for me. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. I wish I knew what it could be.
In March I got a gray Mackinac.
Once I got some grapefruit from Tampa.
Montgomery Ward sent me a bathtub and a crosscut saw.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming now. We've seen a great big surprise for COD.
Or dishes. Or it could be.
Yes, it could be. Yes, you're right. It surely could be.
Something special.
Something very, very special now.
Just for me.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. Oh, don't let it pass my door. Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down the street. I wish I knew what he was coming for.
I expect a new rocking chair. I hope I get my raisins from Fresno.
The DAR has sent a cannon for the courthouse square.
Oh, the Wells Fargo wagon is coming down. I don't know how I can ever wait to see. It could be something for someone who is not really somebody. Could be something special just for me.
Things will make us stop until you stop
It's the band instruments!
Here you are, Winthrop.
My cornet! Geez, thanks, Professor.
Men, you will each receive individual instruction in due course. In the meantime, keep off the streets, get acquainted with your instruments, and think about the minuet in G. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da.
La-di-da, la-di-da. Professor, it's the most solid gold thing you ever saw. I never thought I'd ever see something like this solid gold thing. Oh, sister!
Round one for you, Mr. Hill. But I'd better hear some by God tootin' out of them horns in pretty short order, or I'll see you over to the grand jury in front of the county seat. Now, Miss Marion, about that book.
Come, George, Tempest Fugit.
You watch your phraseology. Get along if you want to. I've got to get something from the librarian about that book.
The ladies' dance committee meets Tuesday nights at the high school.
Lovely, ladies, lovely. And turn. Take the body with you. Lovely. Now, let's have a go at our Grecian urns. One Grecian urn. Two Grecian urns. And a fountain. Trickle, trickle, trickle. Trickle, trickle, trickle. Trickle. Splendid. 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 I predict our Delsart display will be the highlight of the ice cream sociable. Gentlemen, if you're ready. And ladies, don't make me tell you again. Always keep your face to the audience. All right, Mr. Dunlop.
It's you in the sunlight, it's you in my cup.
It's you all the way into town.
It's your sweet hello, dear, that sets me up.
And it's your got to go, dear, that gets me down. It's you on my pillow in all of my dreams. Till once more the morning breaks through. What words would be saner or truer or plainer than it's you? It's you.
Smile, ladies, smile.
Yes, it's you.
Oh, yes, it's you.
No! Please, kids, this is shit. I'll have my head.
Mr. Washburn, we're entitled to 5 more minutes.
Look, if you think you can hold these kids back, whoa! Be my guest.
Start her up, Mr. Washburn. Wait till you see what the professor taught us.
Okay, kids, what's it gonna be? I knew you were gonna say that. No, the new kiss on the very first date is usually a hussy, and a woman who'll wait till the second time out is anything but fussy. But a woman who'll wait till the third time around, head in the clouds, feet on the ground. She's the girl he's glad he's found. She says shaboopy, 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 shaboopy. The girl is hard to get. Shaboopy, shaboopy, shaboopy.
But you can't win her yet.
We'll walk her once just to raise the curtain. You walk around twice and you make for certain. Once more for a pepper up, or she will never get sore her way to supper. Squeeze her once when she isn't looking. You guess who's back on some fancy cooking. Once more for a pepper up, or she will never get sore her way to supper. Now little Sal's a go gal, as anyone can see. Look at her now, she's a go gal who only goes for me. Squeeze her once when she isn't looking. Guess who's back, that's fancy cooking. Once more for a pepper up, or she'll never get sore her way to supper. Shaboopy, shaboopy, shaboopy. The girl is hard to get. Shaboopy, shaboopy, shaboopy.
But you can't win her yet.
Take your hands off my daughter!
Mr. Shin, your honor, sir. Zanita and I are going steady behind your back.
Why, you...
Well, we'd rather do it in front of your back, but you
You
see...
what? Oh, never mind.
Zanita's scared of you, but I'm not. I should think you hate to have your own daughter scared of you, Geely Clyde.
I'm gonna warn you just once more. If I ever catch you touching my daughter, I'll, by God, horsewhip you till hell won't have it again.
Now, George.
Not one poop out of you, madam.
I think he means peep.
Yes. Now, get out of this public building.
I have as much right in this public building as anybody.
Right? How do you get any right around here? Aiding and abetting the swindling activities of that spellbinding symbol salesman? You know what I see written all over you? Reform school. Now get out. Get out, you wild kid ya.
Oh, Papa, please! It's Capulets like you that make blood in the marketplace. Eat guts!
You watch your phraseology, young woman. Go home. You, Laley.
Oh, George, I was only just
You
trying
tend to your dance.
My dance?
I'll handle Zanita, taken up with wild kids from the wrong side of town.
Mayor Shin, if I can just make you understand.
Well, you can't. Oh, and by the way, thanks for nothing. I read that book you gave me cover to cover for a whole week now, and I didn't find a thing.
Mr. Mayor, if you please.
I'll settle your hash as soon as I get these premises off my oldest girl. Yes.
All right, but in the meantime, I want you to know that I'm vouching for Tommy Gillis. That boy's got the confidence of every kid in town, and you'll be waiting in line to shake his hand by the time our band plays its first concert.
By the time your band plays its first concert, the individual members will have to foregather in wheelchairs on account of the broken legs they'll get from tripping over their beards. I'll tell you something, my fine young feathered young... Never mind! Oliver, JC, Ewart, Olin! I want this man's credentials and I want them tonight. Don't let him out of your sight. He's slipperier than a Mississippi sturgeon.
You mean you want us to get his credentials?
Get his papers or get him in jail. I couldn't make myself any clearer if I was a button hook in the well water.
Professor Hill, I think Mayor Shin behaved abominably today. And I think it was wonderful of you to come to Tommy's defense.
Oh, that was nothing.
But yes, it was.
Oh, no. A man can't dodge the issue every time a little personal risk is involved. What does the poet say? The coward dies 1,000 deaths, the brave man only 500. Of course, the mayor was already pretty mad on account of his billiard parlor. Now, well, I suppose a reference from a musical authority such as yourself might help, but I could never ask you to do anything like that.
Oh, why, Professor Hill?
You would?
I'd be glad to. I just wish I was a little more informed. I've been wanting to talk to you about Winthrop's cornet.
His cornet, mother of pearl keys.
Oh, I'm sure it's fine. But you see he never touches it. Oh, maybe the first week or so he had a few experimental blats, I guess you'd say?
Yes, blats.
And he sings the minuet and G.
Da-di-da-da-di-da-da-da.
But he never touches the cornet.
Well.
He tells me you said it wasn't necessary.
Well, you see...
He tells me of this think system. If he thinks the minuet in G, he won't have to bother with the notes. Now, Professor Hill, as a musical...
Mrs. Peru, the think system is revolutionary, I admit, but so is Galileo's conception of the heavens, Columbus's conception of the egg, globe, Bach's conception of the well-tempered clavichord. Now, I cannot discuss these things in public, but if you would allow me to call, when might I call?
Why, any night this week.
Pickle, talk little, toot, 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 oh, Miss Pickle, please join our Delsar committee. Pickle, you are so dear, dancing you should talk along with Professor Hill. Oh, you dance like a fairy princess with a page for you, Lord. In golden glint in your eye and silver chains for all to see. We know that you will soon
Professor, but we have our orders.
We all been deputized.
Yes, I see. Congratulations. Let's see now. You know, all week I've been trying to give you boys my letters and credentials, but you always seem to get off subject somehow. Now I have just what you need over at the hotel. I'll just be a minute.
Sorry, gonna have to go along with you.
Of course. Just let me make sure I have my hotel key. Oh, what's this? Oh, it's a testimonial from Madame Reaney, the only female bassoon player ever to appear on the Red Path circuit. Her stage name, of course. Actually, she was from Moline. Lyda Rose Quackenbush.
Can I see that a second?
Oh, you'll never forget that name. Lyda Rose. It's the same as the old song. Lyda Rose, I'm home again, Rose, to get the sun back in the sky. Lyda Rose, I'm home again, Rose, about 1,000 kisses shy. Ding dong ding, I can hear the chapel bell chime. Ding dong ding, at the least suggestion, I'll pop the question. Lyda Rose, I'm home again, Rose, without a sweetheart to my name. Lyda Rose, now everyone knows that I am hoping you're the same. So here is my love song, not fancy or fine. Lyda Rose, oh, won't you be my Lyda Rose, oh, Lyda Rose, oh, Lyda Rose.
Dream of love, dream of them, dream of a love song that might have been. I love you, oh yes, I love you. I'll bravely tell you, but only when we dream again. Sweet and low, sweet and low, how sweet the memory, how long ago, forever, yes, forever, will I bravely tell you, oh no. Dream of love, dream of them, dream of a love song that might have been. I love you, oh yes, I love you, and I'll bravely tell you, but only when we dream again. Sweet and low, sweet and low, how sweet the memory, how long ago, oh yes, forever. Will I ever tell you?
Will you ever stop arguing with yourself? Will you ever tell him? Won't you tell him? Ah, yes, I know. Ah, fiddlesticks.
No,
Just open up your mouth and let it come out.
Mama.
Now, not Mama, nothing. Next time he comes to call, you see him alone. And if you have any gumption, to tell him how you feel.
And tell him.
Well, there's nothing wrong with a little lady like Hint.
Mama!
Winthrop, where have you been? It's after dark.
Fifthing. With Harold.
You mean Professor Hill?
Mm-hmm. And look, I saw some worms left.
Oh, what did you have a good time?
Scrumptious. He told me all about his hometown, Gary, Indiana. And he said he'll take me there someday. And he taught me a song that has hardly any S's in it. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, let me say once again. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, that's the town that knew me well. If you'd like to have a local experiment, you can. Now what happened on this wicked thing for me down? I will say without a moment of hesitation, there's just one place that's right my face. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, Paris, West New York, goodbye. But Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, home sweet home. If you like to have a long explanation, how it happened on this elegant thing for me. I will say without a moment of hesitation, there is just one place that can light my face. Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, not Louisiana, Paris, West New York, goodbye. But Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, Gary, Indiana, my home sweet home. I'll be back in a minute. I have to restore Emma Willis my last rock. La-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da.
Oh, leave the dishes, Mama. I'll do them.
Why don't you have to dress for the sociable?
Oh, there's time later.
Shins live around here somewhere?
Oh, the Shins live on East Elm. This is West Elm.
Oh, criminal. Well, I see the piano teacher here in town. You must know about this fella Hill from the boys band here?
Why, yes.
Well, don't let it worry you no more. I got the goods on him in spades. That swindling two-bit thimble rigger. That's why I got to see Shin. I'm just passing through. Number 8 only makes a 15-minute water stop. Wish he was 20. Sure like to concentrate 5 minutes on you, girly girl.
Who are you?
Name's Charlie Cowell. Anvil salesman. But just now I'm out to protect the good name of the traveling fraternity from this swindler.
Oh, Mr. Cowell, you're making a big mistake.
Mistake my old lady's Corsico. That fella's been the raspberry seed of my wisdom tooth just long enough. He's spoiled Illinois for me, and he's not gonna spoil Iowa. Say, what kind of music teacher are you anyway? You didn't see through him? He's no more a professor.
I know all about that. The band leaders always refer to themselves as professors. It's a harmless deception. He's a fine director, and his scholastic is
Now wait a
just...
minute. Fine director? Have you heard one note of music from any band?
Well, no, but...
But nothing, girly girl. He never formed a band in his life, and he never will.
If you'll just listen to me for 1 minute.
I like to. I like to do more than that if I have the time. Sure got the inclination. But, gotta get back on that train, and I gotta leave this dynamite with somebody on the way to the depot. Bye, girly girl. See you next time through.
You'll never make the train at the depot. You'll have to catch it at the crossing.
No, sir, ma'am. I got to leave word I can see you ain't the one to leave it with.
Wait, Mr. Cow. Well, you don't know me yet.
Is that an invitation?
No. What I mean is,
Yes.
well, I don't know you.
Yes, I need more time anyway.
I mean, as much as I'd like to.
No trouble there, girly girl.
I never met a man who sells anvils before.
Takes a
Something
real
quite
salesman. Yeah, it takes a real
different.
salesman. I can tell you that. Anvils have a limited appeal, you know. See, what am I talking about? I miss that train, I'll get fired. And I gotta leave word about that fella Hill.
Leave word with me.
Not on your tin type. How do I know you deliver these letters?
Try me.
Home again, rose together.
at the sun back in the sky.
There's your train, now run for it.
Why are you double dealer? Who do you think you're protecting? That guy's got a girl in every county in Illinois, and he's taking her from every one of them. And that's 102 counties. Not counting the piano teachers like you he's cozied up to. You keep that mouth shut. Neither one of you's heard the last of me, girly girl.
I'll pop the question. Fly Rose, I'm home again, Rose, without a sweetheart to my name. Good evening, Miss Marion.
Marion!
Now everyone knows that
Marion!
think you're the same.
Marion, who was you just talking to? Oh, why, Professor Hill?
Hello, Mrs. Peru. Top of the evening to you, Marion.
Why don't you two go sit on the porch for a spell? I got some jelly on the stove.
There's no jelly on the stove, Mama.
Well, I'll put some on.
Shall we set, as your mother said?
Well,
You did ask me to call.
Did I? Oh, I didn't mean anything of it.
Now, Miss Marion, I'm not implying that your invitation suggested anything except academic enlightenment. The think system? I've been by your house several times this week to try to explain it to you, but there always seem to be people around, mostly ladies, I thought.
Yes, Mrs. Squires and several of the ladies.
I'm glad. I wouldn't want anyone beating my time. No, you wouldn't. No, ma'am. Well, I can see it's not a convenient night. I'll see you at the sociable later.
Professor Hill, is it really true you've had 100? Oh, what I mean to say is...
Yes?
Is it true that you've developed a think system?
What? Oh, think system, yes. The think system. It's simple, really. It's simpler than whistling. No one needs to teach you how to use your lips in whistling. You just think of a tune and have it come out clearly here. Now, why don't you try this for yourself before you ask any more questions?
I take your word.
Could we sit down?
Are all music teachers as dense as I am?
All music teachers?
I dare say you meet dozens. Even 100.
Well,
Have they all been as fascinated as I've been with the think system?
Some more, some less. One young lady thought of the same system before I came to her town. She showed me a few refinements.
I see.
Have I said something wrong?
Oh, please don't let me keep you much longer, Professor Hill. I'm sure you have many more important things to do than explain the think system to me.
I can't think of one.
And I must be very dull company for a man of your experience.
Say, where'd you get an idea like that?
One hears rumors of traveling salesmen.
Now, Miss Marion, you mustn't believe everything you hear. After all, one also hears rumors about librarians.
I suppose you're talking about Uncle Matty.
Uncle Matty?
Mr. Madison, my father's best friend. No matter what they say, he left me in a short job so Mother Winthrop and I would have some security. Surely you don't believe that
Of course not. And that's just what I'm saying. And why do you think people start these rumors?
Narrow-mindedness, jealousy. Jealousy mostly, I guess.
Exactly. And jealousy mostly starts rumors about traveling salesmen. What have you heard?
Well, nothing about you personally, just generally.
Well, what have you heard generally?
It's just that... But of course, it stands to reason that disappointment and jealousy can lead to, why, take you, for instance, your attentions to customers, and, well, teachers might easily be misconstrued, now mightn't they? I mean, now, honestly, mightn't they?
Why?
And as you say, if another salesman or somebody who were jealous, well, they could just be downright lies, now couldn't they?
What could?
Rumors and things.
Oh, well, yes, of course.
It just goes to show that you can't believe everything you hear. I mean, if you just discuss things...
Miss Marion, I would be delighted to discuss anything with you, but couldn't we do it sitting down? You do sit, your knees bend and all?
I suppose we could sit on the porch steps.
We could also sit on a large hollow log over near the footbridge.
Oh, I couldn't think of it. I haven't been to the footbridge with a man in my life.
Just to talk.
I have to dress for the sociable.
Then I'll meet you there in 15 minutes.
I can't. Or some other time. Maybe tomorrow.
My dear little librarian, pile up enough tomorrows and you'll find that all you've collected is a lot of empty yesterdays. And I don't know about you, but I want to make today worth remembering.
So do I.
The footbridge, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Mama!
Why?
I just told the professor I'd meet him at the footbridge in 15 minutes.
Glory be, the saints be praised, it works!
What works?
I was using the tinks to my new from the parlor!
They're in their uniforms already. If the people see them at the social dressed in their uniforms, they're gonna be crying for music. Yeah, I collected some of the money though. I got Tommy to get it. He's trying to keep things together by holding some sort of practice down at the lumberyard.
Okay, Mars, go get the rig.
I got it.
What time's the freight leave?
9:40 from the junction.
It's not even 8:30 yet.
Look, if you want to turtle wordle around and get yourself caught in a bunny trap, be my guest. I'm not going.
But don't worry, Mars. I'll meet you at the hotel in plenty of time. Miss Marion! You're late.
Oh, but you said 15 minutes.
Oh, what I meant was, I'd say 26 years too late. Took you all this time to get to the footbridge with the fella.
If you wanted to know the truth, it was almost longer.
Oh?
Halfway here, I nearly turned back. I suppose I'm not the first to find it easier to think when not under the spell of your salesmanship.
Now, Miss Marion, I don't want you to think that I've been trying to sell you anything.
No. You've given me something. That's why I decided to come.
I don't recall giving you anything.
Yes, you have. Something beautiful. And that's why I came. I'm so glad. Please don't be afraid that I expect too much more from you. One can't expect a traveling salesman to stay put. I know there have been many ports of call. There will be many more. That doesn't give me a reason to not be grateful for everything you will have left behind for me.
Marion,
There were bells on a hill, but I never heard them ringing. No, I never heard them at all, till there was you. There were birds in the sky, but I never saw them winging. No, I never saw them at all, till there was you. And there was
There's a lot of things you don't know about me that I want. Excuse me. I'm expecting a cable from Hector Berlioz. This could be it.
What now? Who's the salesman here? It looks like she's selling and you're buying.
Are you nuts? I didn't know I was going to be able to leave tonight. I had to keep her off balance,
Oh,
didn't I?
she's so far off balance, you couldn't tell the difference between her and a catboat in a hurricane.
Listen, Buster Brown. I've come up through the ranks on this skirmish, and I'm not leaving without my commission.
You're not going to get very far standing on a footbridge.
I know a place over at Madison Park near the social will make the footbridge look like the old ladies' home. Now beat it! Go get the ring. Never a dull moment in the music business. Now then, where were we?
You're about to tell me what I don't know about you.
Oh, yes, well, we don't have to get into that just now, do we?
No. Or ever, for that matter. Harold, the librarian, hasn't felt like doing much research lately. But she did plenty of it when you first arrived.
Oh, about what?
About Professor Harold Hill, Gary Conservatory of Music, gold medal class of '05. Harold, there was no Gary Conservatory of Music in '05.
There most certainly was.
Because the town wasn't even built till '06. See you at the sociable.
You mean you knew the whole time?
Since July 7th, 3 days after you came. I tore this out of the Indiana Journal. It was originally used against you, but now I give it to you with all my heart.
But if you knew, why didn't you? Oh, why you little... While 110 cornets played the air, then I modestly took my place as the one and only bass, and I oompah'd up and down the square.
Good night, my someone. Good night, my love.
With 110 cornets right behind.
Our star is shining its brightest light.
There were horns of every shape and sweet dreams be yours, dear, if dreams there be.
While 110 cornets played the air,
I wish I may, and I wish I might. Now good night, my someone, good night.
Greg! This guy is crazy! He's going all over town telling everything!
I'll say I'm crazy. Missed my train, probably lost my job. But I got you now, Lil, and you'll pay. You'd be in the clink right now if it hadn't been for that piano teacher. I told her all about it. What did she do? Lily gagged me around till I couldn't see shit. That little dried up man, hungry doxy around here physically.
Get out of here! I'll kill you, you dirty mouth!
You bully! You big blow-off! I'll stay in this town till you get yours up, down, through, and silent. Why, you didn't even know the territory!
Greg, here's your stuff. We gotta go. The ring's in yellow. Let's go.
Two Grecian urns and a fountain.
Stop! Listen to this man!
You gullible green grass goats. Can't you get it through your heads that you're being swindled out of your eye teeth right now? This minute? There's a burglar in the bedroom while you're fiddling in the parlor.
What?
I'm talking about Harold Hill, road agent. Highwayman, pickpocket.
Pickpocket?
Same thing. He's had his hand in your wallet, mister. And yours, ma'am. And yours, little lady. From the first moment he came to this town, there's more documented evidence than you'll ever have time to read. There is no band. What? There never has been a band, and there never will be a band. And if you don't hunt this man down now like a mad dog, there won't be any Howard Hill either. He'll be on the next train out of this town.
Now will you believe me?
What are we waiting for?
I want my money back.
Money back? I want it high!
Yeah!
After him! And when you find him, bring him to the schoolhouse! After him! Don't forget Bagel Street!
Marion! I've been looking everywhere for you. Where have you been?
Harold, I've been looking everywhere for Winthrop. He's run away. Oh, please, Harold, hurry, please. I even heard they're talking about tar and feathers.
I had to see you again, Marion.
It's all right. Don't you know that? You don't owe me a word. Not one word. Now, please hurry, Harold.
Greg!
Quick! He isn't down here. Let's check down by the creek.
Oh, Winthrop!
Oh, hold on a minute there, son.
I'm not your son. Leave me go.
Not until I talk to you for a minute.
Yeah, I won't listen to you. You want to tell the truth anyway.
I would too.
Would not.
Would too. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Can you lead a band?
No.
Are you a big liar?
Yes.
Are you a big dirty rotten cook?
Yes.
Leave me go, big liar.
Kyle, what's the matter? You wanted the truth, didn't you? Now, I'm bigger than you, and you're going to get it all, so you might as well quit wiggling. Now, there's two things you're entitled to know. One, you're a great kid. I thought so from the first. That's why I wanted you in the band, so you quit moping around feeling sorry for yourself.
What band?
I always think there's a band, kid.
What's the other thing you entitled to know?
Well, that's none of your business now that I think of it.
I wish you never come to River City.
No, you don't, Winthrop.
Sister, you believe him?
I believe everything he ever said.
But he promised us.
I know what he promised us. And it all came true. The flags, the lights, the colors, and the symbols.
It was all.
In the way every kid walked around here all summer and looked and acted. Especially you. And the parents, too. Does Mama wish he'd never come to River City?
Well, you do, don't you?
No, Winthrop. Now go, Harold.
Hurry up, Professor.
I can't, Winthrop.
Why not?
Because for the first time in my life, I got my foot caught in the door. There was love all around, but I never heard it singing. No, I never heard it at all, till there was you.
They're coming! They're coming! You gotta get out of here! Quick, go that way!
Which is why I interrupted the ceremony at this point. Rest assured, this snake in our bosom would have been misapprehended by this time. Yes. And please always remember, fellow River City Zians, I can only remind you that I did everything in my power to prevent this dire happening from happening. He's slippery, I told you that.
And I haven't seen my son or any uniform since after dinner.
He's a kidnapper.
Current situation here.
4 score! Just a minute! Just a minute! Virtue has triumphed! The sword of retribution has cut down Professor Harold Hill. And if there are those, as I have heard, who are melting tar and plucking feathers, I will not say them nay.
Well, surely there ought to be some of you who could forget our everlasting Iowa stubbornness, chip on the shoulder arrogance, long enough to remember what River City was like before Harold Hill arrived. Do you remember? Well, do you? Surely some of you ought to be grateful for what he's brought to River City. And if so, I should think you'd want to admit it.
You're wasting a great deal of time here. If there's a person in this hall who doesn't think this man Hill should be tarred and feathered, let him stand up. You, Ellie, sit down! And the rest of you, standing there like a coat of Shropshire sheep. Have you people forgotten how you bought expensive band uniforms, technical instruction books, and high-priced band instruments? Have you forgotten the clear understanding and warranty that your children would be taught to play in a band? Well, where's the band? Where's the band?